professional for Visual Studio and development tools. He has a postgraduate distinction degree in cloud computing and has about 12 plus years of industrial experience in enterprise web application with specialization in front-end engineering, user experience, and web app development. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Aditi. I'll take over after that for the introduction part at least.
I think then if that's the introduction, let's wait for like a minute or something, because we promised our students we'll start at 8:30.
Yeah.
Until
I mean, like
then,
as I said, you will start at 8:30 as usual. So that is better.
yes. So if there are any notes or anything that you would like to give to our students, anything you have in mind that you have to say, you can start saying people. I mean, telling people.
Yeah, sure. I don't want anyone to miss these things, so I'm just gonna wait till everyone has joined because it's gonna be awesome and stuff like that. So
It is going to be awesome indeed. So I hope everybody's ready to learn and ready with their code editors and whatever we
wait,
specified to.
Neil, do you want to answer a few more questions? Like there will be a lot of things. Okay, so how many people, how many of you have got have you sent out the message to everyone, like the list of things that we are planning to cover today and the next 5 days? Have you sent out those things to everyone?
Yep. We
Yeah,
have given the content for the days, and we have also instructed them about the basic code editors and the like the basic thing, that is a browser and all those things that they need to install. We have
Yeah.
also asked them to install the Git part.
Okay, no, because a lot of people are saying like, what will you be teaching? This is, I guess this is a lot like, what? Zakir Khan, seriously? Hey, this is me, man. No, I don't look like Zakir Khan for sure. Okay, so the reason is I have given the detailed split up, right? So I thought if that was not sent to the students, maybe they might be confused. That's the reason I was asking. And Pichika asks, will you be teaching us from the basics? Kind of, yes. So this will be very basics so that it will be easy for anyone who doesn't have any knowledge on web development can pick it up as well to an extent. And yeah, it is going to be tough, but it should be all right. Arunima asks, do we have to sit with a book? As long as if you have a computer and if you want to do it side by side, that is perfect. And by the way, I believe this is getting recorded as well, Manav, right? So yeah, I guess that would, and what's going to happen after will the recording be shared with others or like?
By tomorrow, 6 a.m., we'll be uploading that as an unlisted video on YouTube. So that's
excellent. So there you go. So either you can sit with a book or sit with a laptop, depends on you, because this is getting recorded. So you can always zoom and pan, and I mean, see, you have to be here so that in case if you have any questions, you can ask the question then and there and get it clarified. The next thing is if you want to do something like this, it would be really helpful for you to like have this session and like based on that you can start working on that. So that is a good thing. It's going to be completely practical for the next 5 days. So Aman says, I have no idea about programming, so will I be able to cope up? Yes, I hope so. Is the timing going to be same for every day? Yes, every day is going to be at 8 o'clock. 8, right? 8:30. Yeah, 8:30. And today is 1.5 hours. Weekdays, half an hour. On the last weekend, the last class will be like 1.5 hours. So you are all our seniors or a teaching faculty? Manav, I guess you need to answer this one.
yeah,
I
we
am
are
neither.
like in second year.
Okay. All right. Nice. And Disha says the same thing. Zero experience. That's completely fine, Disha. It's all right. It's completely fine. So you can be fine. So you don't need to worry about the experience part. Yeah, from tomorrow, half an hour. Do we really need Git? It will be nice. So if you have a time machine or something like that, it will be really helpful, right? It's the same thing. And yes, feel free to ask anything, anytime, anything. If you have any questions, you can stop me and ask me the questions. So that is the main thing about this. Okay. Yes, we do require internet. Downloading VS Code is sufficient. Yes. Um, Sudarshan, Chennai payam bro. Tamil payam. I'm currently in London. So good evening. Yes, it is 8:30. What will be taught? Okay, so what will be taught is the most. What will be taught? What are all the benefits of doing this course? So these are the questions that's been asked in the very frequently. So I'm just gonna quickly run through those things which I sent to Manav. Um, so let me quickly get that part. So yeah, so what we will be teaching is like first thing there will be an introduction session about what exactly we are going to achieve at the end and how we will be using Git and GitHub for version controlling whatever we are doing, like whatever code we are writing, it needs to be version controlled because let's say you are doing something nice and awesome and then you want to put a checkpoint there and then you start working on something new there that could be better or that could go worse. So if it goes worse in worst case, you want to go back to the previous situation, right? Previous history of that code. So for that we will be, it is always better to use a version control system. Git is one of the most popular version control systems. So we will be using Git for that. And when I say Git, the first thing that comes to mind is GitHub. GitHub is the most popular version control system service, which is available online. So that is something which we will be talking about. We'll be looking into something called as Hacktoberfest as well. So it is, how many of you wants to get a t-shirt now? Tell me.
Free
It looks like
t-shirt, guys.
everyone.
Free
Uh,
t-shirt.
yeah, free t-shirt. And yeah, I shouldn't have asked this question because there are like around 35, 40 questions going on. Sorry, 45 messages. Okay. So that's one thing.
Oh
And
my God.
so we'll be looking at what exactly Hacktoberfest is, and we will be looking at other things as well. So there you go. So that's something that we are going to do. And the next thing is um, the main content is the portfolio building. And one moment, let me quickly look at, wow, 81 new messages. Okay, let's cool down on that part. And what is Git? Git is a version control system and we will be using that. I'll teach you the basics of it as well. Okay, so we will be using emmet for sure. For who doesn't know emmet, I'll just show you what it can do really. Okay, so leaving all the me things, and it's free by the way. I've got only VS Code and Git. I don't know what to do with that though. That's fine, Nilashma. You will be knowing what is the power of those two things right now. Um, the Google one, Disha Google one. No, not Google one. It is the Digital Oceans one. I'll tell you. And there is one I. Disha, not Google. Nipun. There's nothing without you doing anything. You can't get something. Okay, so let's work on it. Looks like everyone. Yes. Any freebies accepted? Nice. Shrestha. Okay, so I'll tell you about what exactly Hacktoberfest is and when you will be getting it. Okay, getting it. Sudarshan, nice man. I'm also from Salem. I'm from Arisipalayam, if you know that place. Okay, VIT Ashwath has already Sublime. In that case, you don't need VS. Sublime also can do things, but in Sublime, actually Sublime is better for this than VS Code. Since a lot of people are using VS Code, I thought I will show it in VS Code. So what I'm planning to do now is I'm going to show it in both VS Code as well as Sublime. Okay. Arunima, you don't need to download emmet because VS Code comes with emmet. You don't need to do that. Mithun Jain is asking, why you in London? Because I'm in London. Yeah, I live in London. I work in London. That's the reason. So for the text editor, whether it is Sublime or VS Code, anything is okay. I'm not sure about Atom. I'm sorry. I haven't worked on Atom, but I had the worst experience in Atom. So I don't know what to do. Anything VS Code or Sublime should be fine. Okay, but yes, you need to download and install Git. Okay, so I'll be going through each and every particular things that we are going to go through, and you don't need to worry about these things. Okay, super. If there is only any particular question, then we can any particular question that is not answered, let's go on in the chat. Okay, so right. All right, super. Let's get into the session. Okay, so the first thing what we are going to do is um, let's look into what we can achieve in the session. Before that, let me quickly give a quick introduction about what I am doing and how I am here and blah blah blah, those kind of things, so that that will give a clear idea of what exactly we'll be achieving at the end and why it matters. Okay, so I'm gonna close the chat because it's getting too much distracted. So many messages are coming. That's awesome. So Neil and Manav, if you can pick up the chats and answer, or if there is any particular question for me, please ask me in the like, stop me and ask
Yes,
me. Okay,
we have two event moderators. Like we have Anshore here, and I'm not sure where, yeah, Aditi, and we have a few other people also will be helping us moderating the chats and all that stuff right now.
awesome. Should we disable the waiting room by any chance? Will it help? Just asking.
No, I'm admitting people inside constantly. As soon as I'm getting a request, I'm just clicking on admit and they're coming in, so it shouldn't be an issue.
All right. So there is only for today we will be looking into. Okay, let me get into the main topic now. After 8 minutes of the whole thing, I'm sorry about that. Let's get into the main topic. Okay. So the first thing what we are going to do is, so at the end of this whole course, I don't know. I don't say this as a course. It's going to be like a learning experience with every one of us. Okay, so it's going to be a nice, like a practical learning experience. At the end of it, we will be creating a portfolio. Okay. Before that, let me introduce myself. Okay. So the first thing is, I'm Praveen. I'm from Chennai, India. So I have a website. This is my website. It looks like this. The main purpose of this is this course is like I created something like this. Okay, so Praveen.science is my website, and it looks like this, and this is my personal portfolio. So a personal portfolio is something where you can tell about yourself, brag about yourself, yes, and those kind of things. So what does that do? Like, what is the use of personal portfolio? But before that, how does a portfolio look like? So I'm this, and I play a lot of roles like a cloud computing consultant, a mentor, a cat lover, a cook. A lot of things are there, right? So these are the things that I'm really. So, and with that being said, I have a small introduction. Then I've got some kind of like there is a my profile here which says my name, the professional career, what all things are there, and then there are a few details about my skills. Then I've got like, do you want to hire me? And those kind of things. So if you want to hire me, you can do this and stuff like that. Then we have got my experience so far, what all things that I have learned, then some kind of like, portfolio and projects and stuff that I have done. All these numbers are made up numbers, by the way. And the next thing is like we've got a portfolio means like what all things I have done so far. So these kind of like websites I have done so far. This is a web application that generates css frame. This is another application which has like a, like a screen that it's like a lock screen and stuff like that. So these kind of things I have done. And there is a huge blog section as well. So I'm a blogger as well. I'm a tech blogger. And apart from that, what people talk about me in the back, so something like this. And then in case if you want to say a hi to me, that is me. So this is exactly a typical portfolio, and this is what I have been using for past what, um, 3 or 4 years, maybe something like that. And whenever a person, or like whenever a person who is recruiting for new roles comes to look at this page or something like that, just tell me, will they say like yes for, okay, can we take this person for a front end developer or like a full stack developer? I'm a full stack developer, which is clear here because I work on all these front end and back end. So some people ask me, what is a full stack developer, right? So a full stack developer is like, uh, front end, whatever you see here is HTML and CSS. It's very pure HTML and CSS. No React, no fancy thing, nothing. It is just HTML and CSS. Very simple thing. And with that being said, I was able to do something like this. Okay, so this is something which I did. I'm just going to send you all this link as well. So that's a link. And oh, Mithun, yes, I'm at 100% that I know. But the funny part is I'm using a clamshell mode. This is a huge screen, and it's a Mac and huge screen. So the moment I pull out my plug, it will switch it off. So in a clamshell mode, I need to have it on, and it doesn't damage the battery. Yep. Super. So yeah. So that's about yeah, that's about the battery thing. Okay, I should not deviate. So front end is whatever you do on the browser. So the browser will be able to take care of something, right? So it will be able to read the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the client side JavaScript, etc., etc. So these kind of things are front end. And back end, when you go here, and if you say like a hi to me or something like that and send the message here, submit the message here, what this does is it will be sending me an email or something, some kind of a thing. Okay, so that one is called backend because this is not done by the browser. Whatever happens, everything will be running in your local computer. And so that's about it. So that's the difference between a front and a backend. And one more thing, folks, I believe a lot of people would be looking to get hired or like they will be in the
Hello, sir.
college. Yeah,
Excuse me. Can you repeat the front end and back end part? Like due to connectivity error, I missed out on that.
sure, no problem. So whatever you
Right,
see
please.
here, when you see the content here, it is pure HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? So HTML and CSS and JavaScript, those are the things that a browser can process. Okay, so when the browser is able to process, it is going to process on your computer, not anywhere else. So it is called as client side or front end. Okay, so and when it comes to the back end part, when you are what should I say, just give me 1 second. I just need to set a do not disturb on here. Yeah, and when it comes to something like contacting me, there is a contact form or something like that, like let's say hello, and giving an email, something like a email address and subject with a message. So the moment I click on this submit button, it is going to email me the responses or it does something, right? So this part is done. It is not done using your browser. Your browser cannot do all these things. So there is a difference between a front end client side and back end server side. A server side. So, and one more thing, JavaScript can run on both front end client side as well as back end server side. So any application that has an access to the file system can send an email, can access databases, can write to the file system. What else can I say? Can serve web pages, server, right? Can serve web pages and can make calls to other components or other um, computers, servers, or software. In that case, that is considered as a backend or server side logic. So that will be only one, and clients can be many. Like for example, there are 230 plus participants connected. So you're all our clients, and I'm the only person who is talking. So I'm the server, something like that. There will be one server to whom all the clients will be connected, and the server will be sending the data to the clients, something like that. Okay, so is the front end and okay, so client client side front end is the front end part, which deals with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and static assets, which will be like images, PDFs, SVG files, something like that. And backend consists of backend programming logic, web servers, HTTP servers, um, databases. Uh, what else we can say? So there are so many things in the backend side. So the most common things are any server that is capable of sending a data is going to be a backend. It will be inside the backend. Let me quickly have a look at the chat. So for people who are asking what I will be teaching, I'm just gonna answer it again. So it is going to be pure front end right now, or a bit of a backend JavaScript along with deployment. Okay, that is what we are going to do. And it is not about teaching front end, it is about creating your own portfolio like this, something like this. This is what we are going to do. Okay, and apart from that, um, none it says as a law student, how can we use it? There are like so many lawyers who are using this. There is a famous lawyer in the UK. So even they are using something like this. So look at this one, looking at this, nowadays everything is going online, right? So something like that. So there are like hundreds of law firms. So anything related to any, I mean, you don't need to be a computer science engineer to have your own portfolio. You are a talent, you have some skills. And uh, right now, since the whole world is going online and it is going so competitive, if you have a website and if you say like, hey, I want to get a job, and if you want to know more about me, so Praveen.science, this is my website, so you can know everything about me. So looking at this one, you can see that I've got my Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Stack Overflow, all these things. And one cool thing about Stack Overflow is, for the past few months, like a couple of months ago, I had to leave my job and I had to switch my job. So all I did for most of the recruiters is like, they were actually reaching out to me. So, hey, Praveen, are you available for work and stuff like that? So that was due to my my website. And yeah, everything is actually old. So I just need to change those things. I'll do it later. So yeah, whenever I show my Stack Overflow profile, I believe the recruiters will have no other choice than like, okay, I mean, like, screening cleared, let's go to the next round and stuff like that. So this is the good part about having a public portfolio. And if I go and show them like, if what are you good at, I'm just going to show them my tags. So I'm extremely good at HTML. So this page alone will tell about me a lot, because all these content are created by me, right? So this I cannot copy and paste from some other place. Stack Overflow has a very hard policy on plagiarism. If you copy and paste something, you're screwed. But everyone copies from Stack Overflow, right? That's there. So I've been answering a lot of questions in Stack Overflow, and people accept that, appreciate that, vote it up there. So those kind of things. So if you see this first part, this is where I generally work on. So in my company, current company, I work on all these things. But I couldn't see React.js here, which is interesting. So it is here. Still haven't answered a lot of questions because it is fairly new, right? So that's kind of a thing. And yeah, so that's also there. So yeah, so that being said, so a portfolio is really valuable. And one more thing, when you are having a good portfolio, and let me open my LinkedIn as well. So we can also look into at the end of the session, like next week on Saturday, we will also see how you can make your LinkedIn profile better. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile, and all the things that I generally do are here. So top 0.05% overall in Stack Overflow, what I'm doing, I'm good at this one. So those things that you are good at, just make sure you put it over here. And I bet you, like, this is what I generally get. For example, if I just do the 100 thing, look at this. Hundreds of new opportunities is what I'm getting. So the companies come to me rather than I go and ask for the job or something. So this is what is the ultimate goal for having a portfolio. So questions? Is this clear?
Praveen, someone had a doubt. Why
Yeah.
is your website .science and not .com? I
Good
think only you
question.
can answer that.
Back in those days, my email address is similar. I don't want to say my email address here, but it doesn't matter. So my email address is praveenscience@gmail.com. Back in those days, I'm a huge lover of science, and I created my first email address back in Yahoo. It's praveenscience@yahoo.com. So the 4 MB email address, if you all remember, when I created it when I was in 6th standard, I didn't know much about anything, right? So I loved science. We had only 5 subjects: maths, science, social, 2 languages, English and Tamil. Okay. So obviously languages, you can't use anything. Mathematics, I hate it. You are left with only social and science. Social, no one reads it. And science is only one which I loved it. So I thought, okay, Praveen and science, it looks nice. So I just use praveenscience@gmail.com. So that became my complete web identity. So if you look at this, if you just put Praveen Science on the internet, so it's going to show everything related to me, like whatever you put. Okay, this is called search engine optimization. We will be learning about this as well. So everything related to mine will be coming here. Like literally, this is my online footprint. So that's one cool thing about this. And I guess even my YouTube is Praveen Science. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Praveen and its science. Okay, so there was another
Exactly.
question. There was another question. How do people reach out to you looking at your portfolio website?
See, first thing is the moment you go to my portfolio, first thing you can see is all these social items. Okay, if people are not able to see clearly, so here is Facebook, here is Twitter. Please add me in Facebook, please follow me in Twitter, please give a connection request in LinkedIn. Stack Overflow, if you can go and upvote all my answers, but don't do it. So all these things are here. Okay, and there is GitHub as well. So this is my GitHub profile. Yeah, everything is linked perfectly. And even if you go to the GitHub profile, it's gonna have like loads and loads of connect me thing. It has more than whatever we require. Like for example, it has got a lot of like if you want to pay me something, that's also there. I mean, this is insane, right? So all these things are there. So just with LinkedIn, I guess everyone can access my. Okay, if you are logged in, you can look at this. Let me try to open it in the logged in version. So if I just go to my LinkedIn, like people can send me a quick friend request or something like that. I believe a lot of people have already sent me the request. That's why LinkedIn is not loading for me. So this is my LinkedIn address. Yeah. Okay, not many. Okay, so yeah, so that's what I this is the best way for me to for people to contact me. LinkedIn is one of the best ways because after any time after these kind of like conferences or meetings, it's going to be the worst. But generally, LinkedIn is the easiest way, and WhatsApp is the most easiest way to reach me. So unless I am dead or I am yeah, unless I am dead or sleeping, I won't respond in WhatsApp. That's it. Otherwise, I'll be always connected in WhatsApp. Okay, so other questions are like, Rushil says, will you be teaching Django as well? I have no clue in Python. Had I known Python, I would have been in Google by now. So sorry about that. Neil Raval says, you will need a resume for every field you apply for. So building this will help. This is going to be like an online resume for you. So in that way. Um, yes, that will be taught. Backend, a bit of JavaScript will be taught. Yeah, so there is a backend JavaScript. So it is called as Node.js. That will be covered a bit. Okay. Sanchit Nair, yes, this is a problem. Unfortunately, it is distracting for me as well. You can hide the chat anyway. Yeah. Then what else do we have? Aditya says, can we say that front end is actually is usually done to enhance the website look? See, front end is whatever you see on the page. That is called front end. Okay. Rakesh, yes, it is actually a responsive design. So if you go smaller, 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 it is going to update itself into a responsive page. Yep, it is a responsive design, and it is totally different in mobile screen. And if you go into the mobile screen and open the desktop screen, it's going to go bad. But yeah, I need to still fix those things. But yes, it is purely responsive, and I used Bootstrap for doing the responsiveness, and that is what I'm going to teach you all as well. Front end is for clients, right? Client side, yeah, maybe yes. um, why Praveen Science, I have answered it. It's a huge backstory. um, how did you create traffic in your websites which made it bring to the notice of the companies? Okay. Good question. Generally people contact me. First thing is, the first point of contact for me is through LinkedIn. Okay, so whenever someone messages me on LinkedIn, this is a what do you call this, this is a typical message I generally send. Like for example, if you see this, hey, thanks for connecting, and let me give you a quick introduction. So no one in my for so long, not a single person who sends me a request gives a good introduction. No introduction ever. So I thought I should go first, give a quick introduction about what I am and what I do. So I do all these things. I say where I'm from, what I'm working on, happy to get connected, and this is me. So this is how I keep telling like, okay, this is my website. And see, whenever someone new comes, instead of explaining, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So the same way, a website is worth 100 CVs. That's actually a good way of telling it, right? Yeah. So I just send my website to everyone, whoever comes in, and that way, I guess my website is popular. Not only that, a lot of people have taken inspiration of my website and they have built on top of it. And also, a lot of people have showcased my website for some reason, because I don't see that my website is so good and all. There is this guy. I just wanted to show you this one. Okay. So there is this guy called Robbie Leonardi. I'm pretty sure you'll be amazed by the website. So there is an interactive resume. Okay, look at this. He's a gamer, by the way. He's a game developer. Look at this. This is how his CV is. So his design, illustration, code, and animation skills are like this. And he lives and works in the New York City. You can clearly see that this is one of the iconic places. What is this called? Statue of Liberty and two other places. I don't know what this place is. And he's a fan of sports. Okay. And then about his skills, these are his skills. Dude, this is just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's it. Okay, this is HTML and CSS JavaScript, pure front end. And with the front end, you can do all these things. And his experience has like so many things. So even in this, he says like what is the amount of work he has done. So he has done 15% of code, 15% of graphics. Most of the things that he has done is animation. And the next thing is something like for the news, almost same. Then another one, again the same. I guess he has just copied and pasted things. And then he has got a lot of awards. So those kind of things. And then finally a send message. How many people will recruit him for like 1 million or a crore or more than 10 crore rupees? Because I mean, like he's worth, right? The way he has presented himself, this is his portfolio. Think about it this way. So how many people will be like taking him for yeah, I shouldn't ask any more questions after this. This chat is like going boom. Stack Overflow is like physics exchange for CSR. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't understand your question, Meher. Nanit says, thank you, sir. Okay, thanks. What is React.js? React.js is one of the virtual DOM frameworks. It is one of the JavaScript frameworks, which is very on demand. It is a competitor to Angular and Vue, and it's done by Facebook. Sudarshan, I have answered your question. Why science and not com? Is the site responsive? Yes. How will your portfolio reach the companies? I've just showed it through LinkedIn. SEO features are great. Thank you so much. And I'll also teach you all these SEO features too. How will people know about the portfolio? Same answer. That's my LinkedIn profile. If you want to send me a request, that's here. What is the last icon? I'm not sure. Let me check. Oh, this is GitLab. Then when will this lecture end? 1.5 hours. Timings for the class every day, yes, 8:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. No, 8:30 p.m. Yeah. Just today and the last day will be 1.5 hours. Weekdays will be 30 minutes. Oh, thank you. Cheryl, sir, Empire State Building. Thank you. Rudra Pratapunia, no, I guess the way Robbie Leonardi has done the website, it seems to be like a really a good website, but it is extremely heavy, not a good idea. And he's so good. Just because he's so good, he has done the same way. Yes, it looks like Mario 2.0. Where a level down. Yes, we will be starting the coding today soon. And with respect to buying the domain and all these things, right? Okay, let's do this one. Let's start the coding exactly in 5 minutes. Until then, I'll just answer all these other questions as well. So, Meher, yes, there are a lot of ways you can buy a free domain. I believe every one of you is a student, right? How many of you have heard of, I don't want to ask this question again. Please wait. Don't press yes or no or cancel right away. Okay. I'll just say you this one. How many, I hope a lot of people know that there is something called as education.github.com. Okay. So this one, right? if you go into this, you have like get the benefits for students. The moment you go inside this, there is something called as GitHub Student Developer Pack. This is exclusively for students. I just recently graduated, so it is still active for me. You get like around $10,500 worth of goodies here. Okay, $10,500 is like what? It's like 7.5 lakhs. Okay, so all these things is for free for you all. Okay, so this one is available for you. So GitHub gives you free GitHub Pro repositories. Canva gives you like professional stuff. Actually, Canva, when it says Canva, I really need to thank Canva for a lot of things. For example, if you go to my YouTube channel, which is here, almost all these things, including this page, including this first video, every single thumbnail which I have used, it is done using Canva. Canva is so good. So all these videos are done using Canva. So yes, you have to apply for the GitHub student pack, and then the moment you click on get benefits, it's going to ask you for your GitHub profile, and a lot of people will have their GitHub you will be having your student email address, right? So make sure you have your student email address ready, and then um, attach it to your GitHub profile. And once, hey Praveen, yes man, it is completely free, like 0 rupees, and you're getting 7.5 lakh rupees worth of things. Yeah, you just need to connect it to your GitHub account, and then boom, everything is free. Like okay, in this one for our
Just a
class
small
today.
announcement. Just a small announcement that I think Manav should make here. Yes,
Yeah.
Manav.
So for the people who are in Hack Club events and for the people who are a part of Hack Club, we are like having a partnership with GitHub. And since this pack for normal people, it takes like around 10 days. But you apply through our domain and the instruction that we give, it gets approved like within 2 days. And you also get shipped a pack of stickers like OctoCats. That's
Hey
amazing.
Manav, for me da.
Yeah.
Send in us your address. We'll definitely ship you everything.
Awesome, super. Okay, I'll wait for it. You should be using your student email for this, and listen to Manav for getting it very fast. So yes.
I've added the instruction in the chat box, so yeah, you can go forward with that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Hack
That's
AF.
that's a good way. Okay, so now the next thing which I would like, hey Manav, can I ask everyone to like a request everyone to subscribe to my YouTube channel if
Yeah,
you
sure.
allow?
Go on.
Hey
Yes,
guys,
Go on. Go
yes,
on.
please.
folks, this is my YouTube channel, and I'm not monetizing it. It's all through like basically by I'm putting my hard work, like whatever I learned so far, I'm just gonna do it for free. And if you all could subscribe to my YouTube channel, it will be really helpful. It's just a request, and not something like a order or something like that. That would be really helpful. Thank you so much. Okay, so saying that let's go on for what else that we have here. So I'll just put the YouTube channel for a moment here. So um, I'll, so that's one thing. And the other thing which I'm going to say is what is required for us here for this course. There will be something really awesome here. Okay, name.com. Look at this, name.com, namecheap.com, .tech domains. Three things. Okay, actually I could have clicked on this one. These are the three things. Okay, so name.com, namecheap.com, .tech domains. Who said domain name is costly? Go get it for free now. At least one domain name you can get it for free for the whole year. So since this pack is active for 3 years, 2 years I guess, you
And
can
go
have
for it.
you can have 3 domains or maybe 4 domains, right? For 2 years or 3 years. So make use of the free things.
Yeah, even we used the .tech pack for our website, and for the hosting part, we used AWS against student benefits. And for the we made the entire launch thing using Canva. So it's entire use of GitHub student pack.
Awesome. See, look at what all things that you can achieve using GitHub Student Pack. Okay, for our class, I guess this is something which we will require. Okay, so okay, what is a domain? Anything like, for example, github.com or praveen.science, youtube.com, everything is a domain name. Okay, let me give you a quick idea of how domain name works. Okay, so let me do another share now. So there is one thing which I wanted to show you for people who don't understand how domain name works. How DNS works. I need to show the center image. Yeah. It's just 2 minutes. Please bear with me, and this is really helpful for you all. So I'm just going to put it in the full screen and put it with the full sound. I'm going to mute myself. So the website .ca is a domain. The floors of that page can be considered as different ports of that server. So look at how fast this thing happens. So that's exactly is what I just wanted to show you. Okay, so let me do a new
Can
share
you
again.
share this link as well in the group?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
in the Zoom
definitely.
chat.
Hey, can I
Yeah.
be added to the WhatsApp group, please? Oh shit, I totally
E
lost that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll add you to the WhatsApp groups. And also for the people who didn't exactly get what Manav said, we'll brief you about that in a later on session. We'll soon have a freshers meetup. I mean, for all of you, we'll brief you about the entire process over there properly. For now, I think let's focus on this thing.
So here's the. Actually, this has voiceover.
Perfect.
So after this, it looks like yeah, okay. So quick things. There are two VIT Chennai's in that link. That's nice. How did you get hosting for free? I guess Manav exactly explained it. And by the way, I did not get anything for free right now. So whatever I'm doing currently, like for example, this is hosted on a Dallas data center, a dedicated server which can handle about like at least 50,000 requests per second. So it is on a high-end server because all my clients are using this server. So this is not free, by the way. So other things, for example, I've got like I've got like this events. What happened to my key? Oh, I've got this something like this events kind of page. This whole thing is hosted on GitHub. So it is called as GitHub pages. So this is what something which we will be looking at in the end of this, the next week we will be looking at that one. So that's one thing. And
Also, Praveen will be answering like 90% of the doubts, whatever is coming inside the chat box. We'll be answering the doubts. What doubts we can't answer, maybe over there we'll capture all those doubts and ask you towards the end, or we'll pause you if we require something very urgently.
I
So
guess we
you
will
don't
do
need to
one thing.
answer
We will,
all of the doubts.
in another 4 minutes, like at 4:44, or what is the time in India in that case? Oops.
It's
So
21:11
let's
right
let's
now.
yeah. So let's at exactly at 9:15 we will start the coding thing. Until then, I'll just quickly answer all the questions if there is anything that's there. So I guess everyone now understands what a domain name is. Okay. So for example, if you are trying to buy a domain name, example, this is an example. Don't go with GoDaddy. Okay. So I go with GoDaddy.com, and if you want to find a domain, see, grab a .co.uk for 0.01 pound per year, which means it is 1 rupee. It's 1 rupee, and it is actually a, a cheat. It's cheating thing. Okay. Anyway, so find a perfect domain. For example, is if there is anyone who wants to get a domain now, like anyone want to volunteer your name or something like that, just say yeah, me once. Okay, so Anshika. So Anshika, if I put this way, like anshika.com, so that becomes a domain name. Unfortunately, that's been taken. So, and one more thing is there is something called as domain hacks. Okay, so let me look at all the names. Yes, I could see Nitin. Okay, so you can, I mean, like if you want to do Nitin as like this, you can also do nit.in. That is also a valid domain name, because .in is a valid domain name, and since his name is Nitin, we can just put as Nitin. This is going to be his own domain name, but who has this Nitin domain name? Someone, actually, it's not a good way to, I mean, like, not a good person owns that domain name. So look at that. So this is called as a domain hack, and since my email address is this one, so I just used the same thing. Dot signs just recently got opened, and then I started using that. Uh, and okay, you can, yeah, Mithun also works. Then I believe, then if that's the case, I don't think myth.in works. Sorry man, someone has already taken your name. So yeah, so this is called as a domain hack. Okay, so Pratyush will be a good one as well. So pratyu.sh is also a domain name, and unfortunately even that has been taken. Right, so hey, Devya is gonna work for sure. I guess yeah is no, yeah is not a domain name. Sorry. Yeah. So that's exactly what is a domain name and how domain hacks work. So there is also this company called as del.issue.us, Delicious. So they use this domain name. See, Delicious is the domain name, and they have actually closed this particular thing, and that was actually work. Hey, dia dot ya is not a domain name. So if you put the dot ya, no, yeah is not a domain name. Rohan, let's try Ro, and no, AN is not a domain name. So if you want to see the list of all the domain names, there's something called as tldlist.com, and then you have like literally all the domain names and all the domain prices as well. So there is .ai, there is .in. So Dyna dot gives you 299, and if you do the cheapest registrar, .xyz is the cheapest, like at $69. So let's try to change it into rupees. Can you find rupees here? Rubles, INR is not there. So bad. Okay, so yeah, so that is something like that. And yeah, so you have got a few more domain names that you can actually use. Like Buzz is really looking nice. ICU, I don't want to know who wants to go to ICU and all. Okay, now let's cancel all these things. So that's actually what domain name is and how you can register with domains. So these kind of things. And I also told you how DNS works as well. So this is a video which has the voiceover as well. So we can use this one. And finally, okay, that's my YouTube link. And one more good advice that I would say is please build a Stack Overflow profile if you are a developer and start answering your questions, answering all the questions and answering those questions that you know, so that your reputation will increase, and that way you can also get good jobs as well. And Divyasri, can you tell me what do you mean by customize a domain name? In what way? Pratyush, what will happen to the subscriptions that we make using VIT Gmail after we? Anyone from VIT can answer that. How domain name and accessing the website works, like adding a domain name to a website. I just showed you how that works. And Rudra Pratap, if you can open that link, it would be explaining that how it works. Okay. And finally, let's go into our main thing. Okay. So the coding part. The first thing which I'm going to do is I'm going to create a repository. Okay, what exactly is a GitHub repository? That is what we are going to do today. Okay, so GitHub is like something like a Google Drive for the public. Okay, so if I go to my profile, so here's my profile, and this is how my profile looks like. So there is a small introduction section, and then this will have all my activities, what all things I have got, and there are some popular repositories here. Okay, so if I go to all my repositories, just wait, I just need to quickly change it to public repositories. There are a couple of private repositories which I don't want to show. Okay, so these are the public repositories I'm a part of, and I own these repositories, or like maybe I have forked the repositories. And for people who are interested in contributing to Hacktoberfest project ideas, you can use this. I'm just going to send a quick link to this.
We
Okay.
also have a session from Eddie, like Praveen's friend, who will be like detailing the entire Hacktoberfest
Praveen's
ideas.
friend is not a good way to tell about him. It's going to be open source God,
Yeah.
and he's one of the GitHub stars as well. So there is this stars.github.com. It's a program by GitHub, and here's Eddie. He's one of the 20 people out of the whole world, of population of so much. He's one of the 20 people. So he's awesome, and we'll be having that session. Manav, let me know when it is, and I'll try to chip into that. Okay, so
Yeah, sure.
Hacktoberfest project ideas is here. I have sent you the link, and please go ahead, start the project, give your pull request, get your free T-shirt through that. So that's the main thing. Pratish, your GitHub student pack, the validity is 2 years, and after 2 years, if you are a student still, then you can renew the GitHub student pack. Okay, so it is going to be like automatic. As long as you are a student, it's going to be free. Okay, so that's great. And let's go on and create a new repository. It's going to be a public repository. Manav or Neil, what should I put as the name of the repository? Something related to your work as well. So how should we put it?
I can go for like Hack Club VIT Chennai, Hack Club portfolio building, I guess.
Hack Club VIT. Super. So we'll be using this name. I'll just create this. So this is for the 1 week awesomeness. Hey, how was the session so far? Sorry, I guess I kind of like literally ruined 50 minutes, right? So how was it so far? Please tell me. Rakesh, if it is about the if it is about that names going crazy, I know, I'm aware of it. I don't know how to fix it. So if you have an idea, please let me know. Wow, this is awesome. Time flew. Yeah, exactly. So this is one for the 1 week awesomeness, and we will be meeting daily. So that will be also awesome. Okay. This is for the 1 week awesomeness of creating our project. Hey, for people who are not understanding anything, literally, connect with me on LinkedIn and ask me a question. So if there is something very urgent, talk to me on WhatsApp. So everything is public here. So you can just connect with me on WhatsApp. I'll be quickly responding to you. So once these people have added me into the WhatsApp group, I'll be active in that group as well. Okay, super. Hey, I'm not a part of this WhatsApp group, man, yet. Hey, add me now.
Yep, sure. We'll add you.
Okay, so I'm just creating this repository, and the link for this repository is this. Exactly. So, Siddharth, what I would say is it is always good to do it practically and learn it rather than um, learning from outside. So that's something which I would always say. So what is a repository? What is a Google Drive folder? It is similar to that. So a repository is a public Google Drive folder. Anyone can come and give you so this is a folder. I created this Hack Club VIT portfolio. So anyone can open this. So anyone outside my, I mean, like if I'm not me, um, if I'm opening like this, sorry, just a second. Right. So if I open this, it looks like this. Okay. So if I go into my profile, it shows this way, and the recent repositories here will have Hack Club VIT portfolio. So this is the website. This is the site that this is a folder. It looks like this. Okay. And the moment we start, this is an empty repository at the moment. So the moment we start adding the files, it's going to show us in folders. For example, if I go to Praveen Science again and select another different repository, for example, let's go with this one. Look at this. Not a good idea. Let me look at this one. Again, not a good idea. Sorry, wait. Let's take this one. Okay, so if you look at this, it has all these folders, files. It looks like almost like your Google Drive, right? So that is how it is. So it's like a public Google Drive. Anyone can access. You can actually open this file. For example, there is a source folder. There is a JavaScript file here. I can look into this. If you want to see the raw file, okay, this is the file. So this is the thing. Arunima, if you don't want 7.5 lakhs worth of thing, don't do it. The moment you create your GitHub account, you will be getting 7.5 lakhs worth of goodies. Please go ahead. If you have not done it, it is very late. Go do it. Right. So coming back to our thing. So it says all these quick setup and all these things. There is also a way to set it up on GitHub. Set it up on VS Code as well. So there should be a way. Oh yeah, it says set up on the, okay, not this one. I've really seen somewhere it says set it up on VS Code or something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly open VS Code, a new window. This is how VS Code looks like. Okay, for people who are using Sublime Text, please don't worry and keep using Sublime Text. Sublime Text is super awesome, and we will be using Sublime Text as well in case this one. Okay, so this is called as repository. Yes, this is a repository. It is available in public. It is like a Google Drive or something like that for public. Okay, so that's one thing. Then after this, what we will do is, if you close this one, this is how Visual Studio Code looks like. And how have I set up my development environment? Just go to online Praveen dev environment, you type, and the first link comes as personal development environment. Just copy this, paste it over here. Sorry, I pasted it over here on the chat. So all the things that I have done so far, like how I have set up my development environment, what I'm using, everything is here. So I always prefer people to use Google Chrome. Although it is RAM heavy, it is actually really better. So why Google Chrome? For people who have not used this before, I'm going to show you a quick magic. So hey, can someone tell me a good news website quickly? Just one news website.
Times of India.
We can go for TOI India.
Hey, and everyone saying Times of India, that is worst, na? No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Okay, now it says amid LAC army, something is there. Okay, who wants to be in the news today? Like literally on the main page. Okay, first answer was from Udek Shah. Okay, so Udek Shah, I hope the name is perfect. GK won the GK award for mountains. Look at this. You can actually take a screenshot of it and tell that you are on the top first page of times of India. So that is something which we can do. So this trick, or like, what do you call this? This one is called as inspect element. So what you do with this is you kind of like try to put a lot of things. For example, you can have you here like something like this, and also you can have a better text. Like for example, if there is a huge text here, and they are attending the Hack Club at VIT today in Chennai, India. If I put something like this, you can clearly see that it is actually cutting at they are. I want to make sure like this is, I'm putting whatever is possible here, and I'm not putting anything extra. So I know that what comes here. So what I will do is I'll cut it till only this, and I can delete it. So this is mainly for testing things out. Okay, if you refresh this page, it will go away. Okay, so that is something. Actually, that is a good idea by Rudra Pratap as well. Some places you can't copy things. What you can do is you can just go ahead, click on this one, and then get this content here. So this is one of the main reasons why I love Google Chrome and Google Chrome. Firefox, I guess now Firefox also supports it, and Microsoft actually copied Google Chrome, so even that supports it. Microsoft Edge, the latest version I'm talking about. And then I've got a couple of Google Chrome extensions as well. I don't know, all these things are like old, it's not updated. So main thing which I would say is this open graph preview. So for example, if I go to my blog page, and then if I click on this open graph, hey, Brave is like another copy of Google Chrome, man. And Brave is not mainly for developers. It is mainly for people who wants a lot of things. Like already Google
Privacy.
Chrome is eating like full meals for RAM. If you open Brave, it's gonna eat like full meals, 3 course meals, everything. It will, your RAM will be completely gone. Okay, so this is one of the favorite extensions that I use, because whenever I share my content in WhatsApp, or in case of in any places, it's gonna show me a quick preview of how it looks in Facebook, how it looks in VK, how it looks in Twitter, how it looks in some crazy thing. I don't know what this one is. Okay, so this is actually really nice. DuckDuckGo is also a good privacy concern thing, but unfortunately, DuckDuckGo, I don't think it understands my feeling of SEO, so we'll just leave it. Tor is a browser, man. It's the onion router. Okay, so other than this, we have got Git. Zoom is where we are looking at our faces. Git is here. Git is mainly for using things, and there is also like a Git shortcuts I have used. So you can actually look at this one. And one more thing, let me also copy this and paste it over here. So I'll be using a lot of Git shortcuts as well. So these Git shortcuts will actually help you in doing things really better. So that's one of the best things. So always I do the add, commit, message, and those kind of things. So you can clearly see that I have got this add, commit, and message. So that is one of the common thing that I use. And there is also this master list. All these aliases are here. So you can just copy and paste it, as simple as that. So I have done as much as possible so that you can do it. And one more thing, there is also Git basics. Okay, so I'm not sure where exactly I have done that, but it will be there. Okay, then I use something called as item. So I don't want to again screw up the chat right now. So what I'm going to do is, let me open fast poll or some kind of a poll. Okay, great. I'm just going to click on accept, create your poll. Which computer are you using? So I'm just going to put Windows, Mac OS, Linux. Any other computers that we know? Okay, let's put others. I don't know how many other computers are there. So I'm just going to put web design, poll visibility, let it be private. Okay, let's create a poll. Yay, look at this. So please, can you please tell me what exactly you are using? That would be really helpful. Just to understand. I want at least 200 responses. We have 233 people. Just open this website. Um, don't put this in the chat message, please, because it's going to, if everyone starts putting that in the chat message, it's not going to make any sense, right? That is the reason I request you all not to put your OS in the chat message. Please use this poll, and I'm just gonna put Mac OS and I'll go to the submit vote. Koyala, itana pera. Nice. Okay. Hey, only 7 people are, yeah, in Mac. Okay, Mac and Linux. Mac and Linux are the best thing. So whoever answered the others, can you tell me what other operating system other than this you are using, which is interesting? Yes, bro, I took like 3 months of my salary to get this Mac OS. Yeah, okay. Can someone say what is this other OS that you are using? Raspberry Pi or Android? Hey, that and all how you developed? Hey, Ubuntu is Linux, man. Oh, Chrome OS is also there, right? Yeah. Okay. Leave all these things. Okay, so that's one thing. So it's really nice to see so many people who have got like Windows. So yeah, I'll teach you everything like for Windows as well. Okay, great. So yeah, so I use a Mac OS. So I have something called as iTerm 2, and this is the terminal. It's Mac OS terminal replacement, and there is something called as OMyZSH. It is only for Linux or Mac users. So this is something really awesome. So let me show you how it looks like. So it looks like this. You have got your Git, current Git, what is your current Ruby version, then a lot of things. It is going to show everything in your repository itself. Some people have used something like a huge status bar for their command line too. So to that level, this is very, 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 very helpful. So that is why that is what I'm using for my terminal. It is called OMyZSH and Sublime Text. Obviously, for basic HTML and CSS, I'll be using Sublime Text. And for people who are using Windows, and if you want to work on Linux, you can actually do one thing. You can use VirtualBox or VMware to run the Linux machine inside Windows. So that is easier. VirtualBox is really a helpful thing. Okay. So VirtualBox looks like this. So it's Oracle VirtualBox. It's free, open source, hypervisor based. So you can use this one. Windows subsystem for Linux is also good, but it is not providing as good. It is not as good as VirtualBox. That's what I'm saying. So VirtualBox means you are creating a completely new system and you're putting Ubuntu inside it. But WSL is not that mature enough. Okay, that's nice. So apart from this, exactly, see, the next thing comes as VirtualBox. So for people who are using Sublime Text, make sure you're using all these plugins. So these are the plugins that we might be using this one. Okay. So these are the plugins that I'm using here for Sublime Text 2. For some reason, I'm using Sublime Text 2, the older version of Sublime Text. But for some reason, we don't need VirtualBox for web development, but it is always helpful for using other, like other operating systems and other things. So with that being said, let's go directly to, yeah. And then we use Node.js. Node.js is mainly for JavaScript running on the server side, which we will be looking at the day 3, like around Thursday. And finally, Typora is seriously an awesome thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Typora. This looks really good. Like, whenever you want to say something like, hey, hello, VATNs, should be I, right? Yeah. I'm Praveen, and see, what is the shortcut for bold? Command B, sorry, Control B or something like that, right? The moment I do this, I want to put it in a heading, Command H Kanama, right? Okay, so if I try to put this as a heading, all I need to do is this one, and it looks as good as how it looks. And I can also have all these paragraph, heading 1, heading 2, all these things, math block, quotation, everything is possible here. And if I just go here, just copy these 3 lines with the text and all these things and paste it over here, it's going to show me that like this. And this will convert everything into Markdown as well. So that this is one of the best things which I will suggest you for writing the README of GitHub and other things. Okay, so that is one of the best things I use, Typora. And then coming back to our Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code, I have got these kind of like different what do you call this? Different things, different plugins or extensions. So I'm using these things. Okay, so let's quickly look at the fastball. We have got 188. Great, awesome. So let me create another poll. I want to see if there is any way I can use add comments functionality to the poll. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, anyway, we don't want this one again. Okay, now the next thing which I wanted to show you is what does okay, before telling mmet or anything else, I want to show you this one. This is something which I always use it. Rushil, if you have all those things in Atom, then that is not needed, bro. You can use this. So let's say I've got this website. Okay, this is the page. I've got a header. It says logo here. Okay, it's not about for privacy, but for cache clearing. Let me do something like this. Okay, so I've got something like this. I'm just gonna put a logo here, and then I've got another thing which says nav1. Okay, something like this I have, and this one is again where's this? This one is again like a button. Sorry, it's a link. Then there are like 4 links here, maybe 4 buttons you can say, and this whole thing is inside a nav tag. Okay, so if you see this part, it is inside a header. Okay, inside header you have a h1, and inside that there is a tag, and then inside the a tag you have logo. Okay, and here if you see, that is still inside the header only. Okay, and but this part is having like inside the header, after this h1, okay, you have a which says logo, and then you have a nav, you have a ul. This whole thing is inside ul, and each ul will have a li, and inside the li you have an a which says nav1. the, the same way I've got nav1, nav2, nav3, nav4. So can you all tell me, okay, before that, okay, so Niranjan, I have answered your question. Aren't we doing coding today? We are doing coding now. We can make website like this by using Bootstrap only. Yes, we can do that. Yeah, so this is the whole HTML tags that I'm going to write for creating something like this. Okay, for people who are asking what is UL and LI, it is UL means unordered list, LI is list item. Okay, so yeah, too much to swallow in a day. I know. I will try to streamline it perfectly. Okay, so first thing is, how many of you, no, it is not, yeah, it looks like Jade, Tarak, but I don't use Jade. What kind of a templating engine I use? I don't remember what templating engine I use. Okay, can you tell me how long does it take for you to write the HTML alone for this whole thing? No CSS, nothing, just HTML alone. Doc type, HTML, header, title, then body, header, h1a, then again nav ul lia, nav ul lia, ul lia, ul lia. How long does it take? Die, Emmet fellows, shut up. So a lot of people, I would say, Manav, am I in the wrong
Yeah,
audience? You guys are awesome, man.
even I feel that right now.
Everyone is saying
Only
like
things,
2 minutes now. I'm like literally, hey, 2 minutes means now try writing it, man.
Praveen, we can do that exercise that we can start that clock kind of
That is
stuff.
what I'm trying to do.
Now,
Yeah, actually, that is
Yes.
what I'm doing. This is one of the part of that.
Let's
oh,
do minute to. Oh my God, Rushil Kumar is already done.
All right. So what I'm going to show is like a lot of people might, I thought a lot of people might say like, a minute, 15 minutes to 20 minutes. That is what the normal timings I have seen with people. And yes, Rushil Kumar has already done, which is awesome. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to use something called as a Zen coding or Emmet. So this is what is the first thing that you will be learning in basics of HTML. Okay, so no more mugging up things and writing things. Okay, so it's going to be basics of HTML. So for people, Rahul or someone who don't know HTML, you can use this one. Okay, so I'm going to set the language into HTML. All right, now I'm just going to start a timer. Okay, let's start. So the first thing is I want a doc type, which is done, and I'm just going to put VIT hack. Oops, VIT hack. And now we need a header, right? Inside the header, I want a H1, I want a, and then I'm putting a logo inside that. Along with it, I've got a nav, UL, LI. I need 4 list items, and inside each list item, I have a this one and then nav. Done. So it was 25 seconds. So this is something which is awesome, right? So, and I'm just gonna do like a format document as well, so that it's gonna format the whole thing into the proper HTML, XHTML with these self-closing tags. So what I have actually did was, wait, this is
I
what I
think
used.
you were way too quick for everybody out there. So
I know. That's the reason I'm just gonna show you what exactly I did. So this is what I did. So what does this means is I put a header tag first. Okay. Oh, change language. Press F1 or anything. CLM, change language mode, and set the language that you want. So this is for Varsha. Aditya, I don't think you need to add anything. This is coming built in from the, this is called as
Yes.
Emmet, and this plugin is built in Visual Studio Code. So you don't need any extra thing to add it. Okay. And one more thing, please, somehow remove this, remove this character from your keyboard. We are never using this unless and until it is a less than sign. Like for example, if you want to do if 5 less than 10 or something like that, other than that part, we are not using this in HTML. Okay, so we are using this one. It takes just 25 seconds to build the whole website in the right way. Okay, Nilashma and others, I'm just gonna tell everyone how I did this. Okay, first thing, I'm setting the language. It is saying plain text, so I'm going to set it to HTML. First step. Okay, second step, exclamation means a doc type. It is an Emmet abbreviation. It is one part of Emmet, so that does this for us. Okay, and the next thing is, third step is to understand what exactly we want to do. Okay, the first thing we have is the main container, which is the header. Okay, inside the header there are 2 siblings, right? What is media? Sudarshan, I didn't understand your question. Siddharth, not sure what you are asking right now. Okay, so inside the header I have 2 children. Okay, first one is H1, and then I've got a nav. Okay, these are the 2 children that I've got. Inside the H1 I've got a tag. Nilashma, click on this HTML thing here. Okay, if you click on this HTML, it shows all these things, or plain text. It would be plain text here. Click on this, it will be this one. Or if you want to see where I typed CLM, press F1. It's going to show this one, and then type in change or CLM. It's going to show this change language mode. Click on that. Click on HTML. That's it. Oh, okay, for people who are using Sublime, just give me a second. Sorry, I stopped the screen sharing.
Praveen, is
For
there
Sublime,
a shortcut for that doc type format, right? For the in the Emmet
yeah,
format?
that is the exclamation, brother. Okay, let me share my screen again. I'm really sorry. I just stopped my screen sharing. Oh wow, that looks nice. So this is not again. So new window, options. Why doesn't it have a new window? Seriously? Okay. Just give me a second, people. All right, this is Sublime Text. Okay, for Sublime Text, right, I use Command Shift P, sorry, Control Shift P for Windows, Command Shift P for Mac, and I've got this particular thing. And here, I first need to install a package. So if I type in install, so you can see that there is something called as, oh, resume recording. Okay, so Command Shift P, if you press, it is going to show me all these things. And if I try to do install package, it is going to send me all these things. Okay, so here I need to type in emmet or something like that. So I'll just show you what all the packages that I have got. Okay, list packages. So these are the packages I have actually added. All right, this is for Sublime Text. Once all these packages have been added, again in Sublime Text you can see that there is plain text in the end. Unfortunately, I cannot zoom in Sublime Text, guys. Like unlike Visual Studio Code, I can't zoom in this one. So if you click on this plain text, it will show you all these languages. And then all I need to do is I need to find HTML. I don't know why these things are not working. Oh, hi. Okay, I need to press HTML here. And then the moment I press HTML, emmet is available. So all I need to do is the same thing. But here I just need to put a tab. It's gonna open this way. And then unfortunately I can't zoom it. So for people who are asking, I guess they're all asking for Zoom, I believe. Yes, super. So everyone knows now what to do. Okay, so if I go to my this one and copy this whole thing and then paste it, tab it, boom. Emmet works as good as how it works in Sublime or like whichever thing that you are using. Okay, so we will for now we will continue with VS Code. Sublime, you have to press tab. VS Code, you have to press enter. This is the two different things that you will be using. Okay, so this is basically this is what you are doing. So here, coming back to this one. So inside the header, I have a tag, and then inside the A tag, I've got logo written. Okay, and inside the nav tag, I've got a UL tag, and inside the UL tag, I've got 4 list item tags. So I'm putting *4, and inside each li tag, I've got again a tag, and then I have nav1, nav2, nav3, nav4. So I put nav and then put a dollar, which converts into 1, 2, 3, 4. Press enter, I get this. So Nilashma and others, is it clear? Vamsi, doc type. It is called as document type definition, and it tells your browser that this is a HTML5 document. This is very much slow, Ava. Hey, should I go still slow? Okay. We're actually running out of time. That is one more thing. That's the reason I kind of fastened it up. Okay. We have got 5 more days, right? So I'm just gonna teach everything very slowly as well. Okay, and one more thing, for all the shortcuts, where you can go to the find the shortcuts is emmet.io. This is the website which has all these things. And Sanyam, you're not the only one you have this problem, so don't worry about it. A lot of people need to watch the recording twice or thrice or more times, so it is completely fine. I'm going to repeat everything. Okay. Right, so we have got this one. So what you need to do is you just need to type CSS like abbreviations. So for example, whatever we just did, this is what we did. Pressing the tab or enter key here, it is going to expand this whole thing into the HTML pages and then HTML tags. And then each and every place there is a hot point where you can go next or previous. Okay, this is what is going to happen. So for other questions, I'm gonna go through the each and every line of code. Doc type, document type definition. This is going to tell the browser that this is going to be a HTML5 document, and you have to process it HTML5 type. Okay, HTML, this is the main tag. So whenever you start a tag, you need to end the tag with the same tag. Okay, so whatever comes first, it goes out last. Okay, so that's first thing. And secondly, you have a head tag. Head tag is for all the metadata. So the data about the document is going to be these data you cannot see except the title, which will be there in the title bar here. Okay, the next thing is the meta tags. Okay, I'm just gonna put don't save here. Yeah, let's go with this one. The meta tag, This will tell, this is again, it is all about the data. So this one which says the document level metadata, one of this one is the character set. What kind of a character set that you are using? So generally nowadays, all people use UTF-8, Unicode transaction transformation format version 8. So it is all actually not version 8, it is 8-bit. So a lot of people have started using UTF-8 because everyone is writing in their local languages, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Oriya, etc. So those kind of languages, you need to use UTF-8. Then you have meta name viewport. This is for the responsiveness. For example, if you are using a device which is less than, which is smaller than the device, like smaller than the desktop, like a mobile device or something like that, you need to use the scaling and what is the width that needs to be taken off, something like that. Then finally, we have got title. Title says what is the name of the document in the title bar of the page. Okay. And finally, we are getting into the body section. Body section is the place where you are able to see all the things that you are writing inside the body is visible to your eyes. Okay. So inside the body, you have a header tag. Header tag is mainly for the nav bar, all the headers, logo, nav bar, etc. So those kind of things. H1, there are like 6 levels of headings starting from H1 to H6, and H1 is going to be the biggest one and H6 is going to be the smallest one. You have an anchor tag which is for linking between different pages in the body, and logo is the text that we have written, and inside this one there is a nav tag. Nav tag is mainly used for navigational purposes, so it's going to be a nav bar. And then inside this I have used unordered list. Why unordered list? So let's say if I go to my personal portfolio, and let's say you're coming into my portfolio and clicking on this link, and you see this particular thing, right? Home, experience, education, portfolio, blog, and contact. You don't need to go directly like I need to go to experience, then education, something like that. You can directly go into the contact, type something, and immediately you can go to the experience to look up something. Then maybe immediately you can go to the portfolio. Okay, I want to go to the blog, something like that, and then I want to see how the homepage looks. So there is not a particular way of order of going to things, right? So in that way, unordered list will be used, not an ordered list. There are only two types of lists for now, like the basic list. You have definition lists and all, that's a different story, but ordered list and unordered list. And in between these two things, you will be going with unordered list. You don't need to go something specific, right? So in a specific um, sequence, right? So that's the reason you will go with unordered list. Then again, this is a list item. Every item is a list item, something like that. So this can have a parent of UL or OL, and you have got all these things. Okay, so that's what I have done so far, and that's the explanation. Any questions? Sorry, I know that it has been like an extreme huge number of things that we learned today, and we are coming to the end of the time as well. Another 5 more minutes is left. So please connect with me on WhatsApp, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever possible. I'm happy to explain questions that are there. Okay, href. Href is called as hyper reference. Here is where you will be putting some kind of a URL or URL fragment. Nav, as I said you, it is going to be displaying the navigation part. So it can be used to display the navigation tab, Ishita. How do you add? Okay, one thing before going to this one, if you see here in the thing, so you are going to type in the CSS like abbreviation, right? In CSS, you put hash and dot. Okay, hash is for IDs, dot is for classes. Okay, and can you run the website and show it to us? Yes, I can. I'll just copy this whole thing. I'm going to show you some more, one website as well. It is called as jsbin.com. So whatever you type here, it's going to show it here. Okay, so here it is for whoever is using this one. So even this part will accept emit. For example, if I copy this one and put it over here and paste it, I need to type tab here. The moment I type tab, it's gonna make it this way. How did you write the initial lines? I used exclamation mark, press the tab or enter. I will be getting this whole thing. Right. So anything else? Anything else? I guess we are almost done. So Hey, VAT people, please add me into the WhatsApp group. So other questions, if I'm able to answer as quick as possible, I'm gonna answer it deeply, like uh, then and there. So for people who wants to ask me a question, just shoot it in the WhatsApp group. Once I'm added, obviously, I'll just say a hi. And please, everyone, if you could do a quick introduction as well, it will be really helpful. So that's one thing. And yes, we will be learning EMET too. So I just sent you this EMET, right? So there is something called as cheat sheet. Okay. So if you go to the documentation and if you go to the end of it, there is something called as cheat sheet. So if you see here, we can clearly see this is the child syntax. So if you put nav ul li, it is going to do something like this. If you do plus, it is going to be a sibling thing. Okay. And if you do a multiplication, the li star 5, those kind of thing. If you want to do the numbering, you can use it this one. So I'm just going to copy this one and then paste it all to this, paste it all here as well. Header tags, for creating the header tags, what I did is I just used this one and it automatically generated this whole thing. It is just the document type definition. So you can find the doc type here. So this one. Yes, you will be good only header tag. So yeah, any other questions? What all packages do we need to install in Sublime? So if you go to my personal development environment, I've written all these packages here. Everything is there. Don't use the fourth one. Just use the first 3 one alone. Okay. So that's about the Sublime text. Preprocessors. Tarak, I mean, like, yes, we can use preprocessors like Jade and other things. Yes, we can use it, but not now. It's a bit high level, so we don't need to do this. Sublime or VS Code, you can use any one of it. Any one works. Whichever you are comfortable with works. Anyone else? Any other questions? So let me quickly see. Akhilesh, you still need me to repeat the header tags? Yeah, I have done that. Mithun Jain says, how did you get in touch with VIT? Like, are you an alumni? I guess Manav can answer that one. Manav is the one
Those
who
are our
actually
trade
I
secrets.
just the
trade
way.
secrets. Um, okay, for
I'd say
everyone
like
who
Praveen is like the most accessible through his like LinkedIn profile. We
I'm
just
accessible through
we
LinkedIn,
just
yes, a
contacted him
lot.
there.
For people who are asking for my phone number, it is here. So I can just put my, shall I put my phone number or not?
I mean, you can. Anyways, we'll add you in the WhatsApp groups in a while so
Anyway, they
people
are going to
get to
add me
know.
on the
Yep.
WhatsApp group. So this is my phone number.
It's a very unique number starting with plus 44.
Hey, I'm in London, da. Obviously, it is going to be not plus 91. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to save this file. Wait, did I even clone it? I did not. Okay, from tomorrow we will be looking at how to clone it and bit and bobs of Bootstrap and other things. So yes, that's about it. Hey, Notepad++, please don't use it. It is one of the worst things ever. Use a live server? No. I would use, okay, what I would prefer is I would use a PHP based server. Tomorrow I'll teach you that one. So I'll be using that. Anything else? Let me see if I have got the area. Do we need to first sign up, then sign in for student package? Yes. Um, any other questions? Looks like I have answered everything. Zamp or Vamp is going to be awesome, but I would say, uh, I would say, I would say go with
Praveen
Scotchbox.
prefers lamp, right?
Lamp or Vamp, yeah, but I prefer Scotchbox. So
Yeah.
box.scotch.io. How many of you know this one? This is one of the awesome thing, and it is going to be yes sir, yes Sudarshan. எப்போ வேணா காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணுங்க ஆனா ரிப்ளை மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் லேட்டா வரும் நிறைய பேர் காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா that's it. So I use something called a Scotchbox. This is one of my favorite. Go with the Pro one because Pro is like free, and all you need to do is like it has a lot of things. Wait, let me show you how it looks. So this is a dead simple lamp stack, and it has like all these things are there. So this is one of the best things. Mern stack, yes, okay. There are so many messages again. Now, can anyone show some light on GitHub educational pack? Okay, GitHub education pack. Okay, we'll look into that tomorrow. What about brackets? Brackets is nice. I don't know what happened to brackets now. I don't know if anyone is using brackets as well. So your LinkedIn profile has helped us to get in touch with some great minds. Yes. Mern stack, one of the awesome stacks, Harshita, and I'm a Mern stack developer as well. I guess we are not covering Mern stack in this series, but there are like so many videos of mine in YouTube. You can look at it for the basics of Mern stack. That's great. Gnanit, welcome, man. I'm also thanking you. Yes, Sudarshan, contact me anytime. But yeah. Do we have to learn HTML syntax for the rest of the sessions? We need to limit those things because we will be looking at a lot more awesome things. We'll be looking into Bootstrap and other things, so that would be awesome. Meher, maybe you can link a YouTube video about HTML basics so everyone knows about it. Okay, one thing which I wanted to, that's actually a good idea. So what I would say is, if you go to my YouTube profile, there is something called as, yeah, I have created a playlist. This is actually, there are like so many portfolio building playlists already, but this particular playlist, which is something called Towards Skill Down Full Stack Web Development, I have taken almost a lot of basic things in very basic stuff. So I guess that will be really helpful for a lot of people. So for people who have no clue what happened so far, I guess this will be a good start as well. But don't worry, we are covering everything. So if you are not understanding, don't worry, I'll be helping you out. Django versus Node. I don't know Python, so I am sticking with JavaScript. I tried learning Python, but it didn't go into my head, so I'm going to stick with JavaScript. Even though Python is number one, JavaScript is number two, I'm going to stick with JavaScript. This is my humble opinion. And if you like Django, I mean, try both the things. Okay, you're young, energetic, so try out everything, take risk as much as possible, and don't have any kind of like preoccupied things. So if you are liking Django, if Django is coming for you, then go for it. If not, just go with um, JavaScript. Whichever is easier, go to that route. Jobs are available everywhere. All we need is like a happy place to work and money. That's it, right? So everything is there, and better community as well. Superb. HTML is not even a programming language. It's just a markup language. Yes, that's right. Aman Mishra, I don't know what to say. Don't worry, you're not the only one. You will be good. Django or Angular? Not both. React and Node.js. Thanks, Mithun. Pulpa. What is Pulpa? Pulp Fiction. Should we learn PHP too for web development? I love PHP. I was a LAMP stack developer, but nowadays no one is actually using PHP. So I guess it's up to you. I'm gonna learn. Even now, I'm working on PHP because the latest, like a couple of days ago, I did a webinar on PHP only. So it's up to you. Flask seems to be easy to use rather than Django. Okay, I don't know anything about Python. Which one product-based companies use? Django is used by a lot of product-based companies. Node is used by a product-based companies. .NET is also used by a lot of product-based companies. Java is also used by a lot of product-based companies. A lot of things are there. Praveen, same name you are also having, but don't say this like I'm great, you are noob. I started with nothing. Okay, so if I can become like this, you are also can become like this. So don't worry. Gatsby JS, Rutvik, I don't know Gatsby JS. I haven't tried Gatsby JS before, but yes, we can do this. We will learn. Will we even learn XML like basics? XML is not required in this one. Hethel, yes. Are we done now? Yes, we are done now. Everyone is a new but time. Yes, that's true. That's true. Dia, Django, React, Angular, Pulp, React. Um, do we use personal email or college email for GitHub login? I'm using my personal email. I guess it is better to use a college email because you can get that education pack. Alabia, is it English? Yes, it is English, as long as I know. Yes. Not like that, bro, but can you recommend how you learn these things, especially from where? Um, Basically, I'm very much passionate on web development. Not only that, right now I'm very much passionate on teaching others. So it's all my passion. The fire in me made me learn a lot of things. I learn things by doing and breaking things. Okay, so this YouTube page looks like this. How they have done it? Let me go inside the view source and do things. So these kind of things is what I did. That share YouTube link here. Okay, let me just copy this one and paste it here. And this is my YouTube link as well. So let me just put this one here. And if you can go ahead and subscribe my channel, I'll be most grateful. Thank you. Okay, that's one thing. Dia is actually saying, okay, why Bootstrap is if we have React.js? Bootstrap is for design, React.js is for componentization. So if you want to do a lot of components, we'll be learning that maybe, hey, VIT guys, do you want to, should we do something related to React as well? Will it be nice? Like, shall we do it later, sometime later?
Yes, definitely we can
Yeah,
plan for
like
something
Later
like
we,
that.
would be
we
like
I
better,
guess
I
we
guess.
can.
I think everybody is more excited to see you teaching than us here.
Okay,
Ouch.
if you want to learn by doing, then visit Free Code Camp. Yes, it is amazing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Done already. Subscribed. Why are you using incognito? That's a good question. Everyone is asking because of the cache. Cache is one of the craziest things in web development. If you go to like, should I blame cache? It's going to say yes.
Hmm.
It's not working. Should I blame cache? Yes, it is. And again, advice may be invalid due to caching. It's a huge story, man. Once you are hit hard, like Sudarshan only, hey, kutti kola panna eppadi valikumo, and the level caching will pain. So caching is really a nightmare for web developers. That's the reason I use incognito window.
Hmm. Praveen, if you
Anyone?
could translate what you said in Tamil
Hey,
so that.
sorry, man. Caching is a pain which happens, the pain when you get stabbed by a knife. To that level it pains for caching, because I had to redo a whole thing and found that I already did it. It was just because of cache I couldn't see the output. So so that level it is like it's a crazy thing. And sorry, that is the translation for the Tamil text I wrote. Say I told. Yeah. So does web dev give good money? I'm earning 60 lakhs per annum, more than that. Actually, more than that. So you can decide on that.
Perfect.
And in India, I have my friends who know React.js. Starting, they earning like around 50K, sorry, 50 lakhs. So yeah, 50 lakhs per annum. React.js roles. Not starting. Sorry. Not starting. They are like a bit experienced. See, 3 years experience they are, and they are earning 50 lakhs. One person is working in Samsung, and another person is working in that's actually a infotech, like some kind of like a local company like Infosys and other companies. They are earning around 50 lakhs. So web development 50 lakhs. Sanyam Sharma, what is catching? I'll tell you later. uh, Folks, do me a favor, if you can, Akshaya, I am solnuma age and all. I'm 27. Okay. For people who are yeah, there is a good idea now. Okay, can you all collect all the questions so that I can answer every single day? Like that's actually a good way, right?
Perfect. Please go
I
ahead.
did my college in some crazy college called RMD Engineering College. I believe no one would have heard about that college. Then after that, I worked for TCS for 3 years and then came to UK. Then here I did my master's in
Yes, yes,
cloud
yes.
computing from University of Leicester, and then from them I'm here. Oh, a lot of people know RMD. That is nice. The name is Ravila Murinaratnam Durga Devi. Something it comes. I don't know what exactly the full name now. Anything else? Can I go?
Yes,
Right.
I think we can. Ansh, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ansh can come up on the thing.
Yeah, my throat is dead, guys.
Yes, I would. On behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank Praveen first of all for sharing such great knowledge with us and giving his time. And we are waiting to see you in coming days as well. And for our students who have been sitting so patiently, who have been listening so much, I would like to thank them all as well. And one thing that I would like to point out is that I know many of you, most of you are freshers, and a majority of you doesn't even know HTML, CSS, or the basics of it. I know that. We all know that. We will take that into account. And today was just an opener for you all, just to give you an idea what we will be going through this whole week. And I hope that you bear with us in the coming days. We will take care that all the basics are clear. We, along with Sir Praveen Sir, we all will make sure that each and every doubt is clarified. And before getting into the session completely, like before building a portfolio, us three, coordinating with Praveen and many more seniors, will ensure that your basics are clear starting from tomorrow. We can also have a pre-session, 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. So just to give you quick tips so that it's easy for Praveen also to carry on with his learning and all. So we all can take care of that. I assure you, don't worry that you don't know anything, or 1.5 hours you were sitting and you just didn't get anything. We make sure that at the end of the week, you have a good knowledge of not full stack development, but at least how to create a portfolio and what are the basics and how to develop a very dynamic and a very nice front end.
Hey,
We
something
will
like
make
my
sure of that.
website.
Yeah, not yeah. We will hope to achieve that, and we'll definitely hope to achieve that and even more. But I'd like to say, please bear with us, and we'll make everything clear starting from tomorrow, which will we'll getting our hands on coding properly from tomorrow. Today was just an opener. We also saw some coding, but yeah, from tomorrow on it will be
I
professionally.
actually, you
Yeah.
can actually blame me for that because I thought it's going to be an easy task, just half an hour of intro, 1 hour of coding, everyone will be happy. But things went other way.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
I'm
They didn't go other way. It's fine. The students were enjoying. I appreciate all the students bringing up so many doubts, so many all the things that they know, sharing with their friends. I appreciate that, and I encourage you to keep going with that. Apart from that, those who didn't get much, please be assured we will work with you. We will make sure that you
I'll personally
uh,
answer you.
yeah, yeah, we make sure that every doubt gets clear, and most of all the basic tags, the basic things that you need to know before starting, that will all be clear. And just a short reminder, we will be updating you in WhatsApp groups, but again I'm saying tomorrow's session, I should say, not lecture, but it'll be from 8:30 to 9. That is half hour, 8:30 to 9. So, and we will also call you beforehand. We will clear your basic doubts and we'll get everything clarified.
Hey, have
Don't
you
worry.
guys added me into this WhatsApp group yet? No?
We are going to do it after the
We'll add
session.
you.
Yeah, it's
After the session?
actually,
Okay.
yes, Ansh is going to do it after the session.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Is there anything that any student would like to say,
Yeah, you
or
guys can unmute yourself and speak as well, not an
yeah,
issue. Type
give any
container.
feedback or anything? Please feel free to say. That's
And
we all,
just
yeah.
one thing that I wanted to
Yeah.
mention, that for all the people who are like curious about GitHub and GitHub Student Pack, don't worry, we'll be having a different session for that because that's a long procedure. Like it needs to be explained to you guys because you are new to that. So we'll make sure that we'll have a different session for that, and like all the benefits you should know that will deliver to you. So don't worry about
Yes.
that also.
And if
One
you want Praveen to
advantage.
come in that session, everybody type me in the chat now.
Okay.
And
Okay. One small thing. Yeah. What I feel that what advantage we are going
I'm
to have from tomorrow. Okay. 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 Go on. Go on. Go on.
no. These people are like messaging these things. Okay,
Oh yeah.
guys. One quick request. If you have
Yeah.
not connected with me, please connect with me. Here's my LinkedIn. I'm also
Oh
spamming
damn.
things. Okay, so yeah, I'll try to accept. I've already got like 100 requests right now, 100 plus requests. So Sanyam, it is always better to have a LinkedIn profile if you are looking for jobs. And I mean, it is really Ansh. Still, what is the use of LinkedIn. Go on.
I think better
Yeah,
than
yeah,
Ansh,
I'll make it.
Manav
Actually,
will.
I'll make it clear. Yeah,
Yes,
Manav
yes.
may also put some light on this. Yeah, Manav knows much.
Yeah, so basically, today whatever we are standing like as a community here in VIT Chennai and getting all the speakers for these events is through our like the whenever Praveen conducts a session, we know that, and we are like we go on YouTube and like search those things out. I basically knew about Praveen when. Now, this is one thing that is good about LinkedIn, that when Ansh is there, who is liking a post, I'll get that in my feed that Ansh like this post. So I would know that he's interested in that. And if I go on like and follow that, I can follow that feed. So that way from friends of friends, I got to know about Praveen. So that way LinkedIn has huge benefits. That's the thing.
I guess
Nice,
it's like
nice
Instagram, but
explanation.
for educational purposes.
Yeah, it's basically your network. See, the bigger your
It's
network is,
another
the more
social
you will
network,
get
guys.
into.
As simple as that.
Yeah, yeah. Your reach will be much farther. You will get to know other people. Other people will get to know you. It's as easy as that.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's one of the
And
professional platforms. FB for job. Yeah. Exactly. FB for
Yes.
job.
Yes. Any LinkedIn doubts, we'll clear in those also soon out to all you guys. We have a person who knows LinkedIn amazingly, but he's not here, unfortunately.
I also know.
But yeah, we have a specific purpose for you today.
I
now,
mean, any
one
any any
logic.
question
Yeah.
related to anything that I'm happy to answer. So just shoot your questions. So my main thought is like two things: quality education for free.
Yeah. One last thing that I'd like to say, one logical advantage that we are going to have in the coming days will be today was like we were busy adding people in groups and telling them about what's going to happen. From tomorrow, this hassle is not going to be there. Any of your doubts will be immediately clarified because we are not going to have any much more work that we have to add you and places and we have to give you the information. So all your doubts will be clarified from tomorrow very easily. Today was a little busy because it was the starting. So I again request you to bear with us and have a fun packed weekend. Not weekend, the whole week actually.
Hey, whoever can open up your video, can you open up the video so that I just wanted to take a quick screenshot of the whole thing. So
I think Zoom has a new update, so even if people have switched on their videos, they're still stuck on the last screen or whichever screen they were
yeah, that
initially
No,
happens.
on.
Yes, yes, yes.
the gallery view is there. The
No,
gallery
I've
view
got
is
like
there.
49 people. I mean, I've got a huge screen, but still it shows only 49. So I'm just going to quickly take a screenshot and try to map everyone, add everyone in the LinkedIn part. And thanks a lot. Like seriously, the appreciation you showed to me is like really great. Thanks. So just took a quick screenshot of everyone and let me take more. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And yeah, so in case if you want to like, yeah, so I don't know what else to say. So let's gonna see. We'll rock in this all 5 days. So it's going to be like a so much huge, awesomematic session. So it's gonna be like really a huge learning session. So let's do whatever best we can. So I hope it will help everyone. All right. Yeah. Whoever wants, if you want to switch off your videos, you can switch it off. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for
Yes.
hosting me. Hey, Manav, one more thing which I wanted to
Is my
ask you.
voice audible?
Please, Hemant. Yes,
Is it
Praveen.
possible to get the chats saved because I've missed a lot of things. I really want to like get everything
I
answered. Any
Zoom has a chat limit actually. So
Yes.
in between the chat, the
oh,
entire chat got destroyed. So we only have half of the chat. So like
that
the
is
top
so
half,
bad.
I didn't know Zoom does this actually. Or I think we spammed Zoom way too much today. We'll try recording
Okay,
it
I have
tomorrow maybe.
chats starting from 8. I have chats starting from 8:23. I guess.
That's awesome. Even that will help.
Yeah, it from 8:23. It's there.
Awesome. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Oh, you have
Thank you,
it today.
Praveen. On behalf of Hack Club, I'd like to thank you. And I'd like to thank the students also. So Okay, so see you tomorrow, and
See you tomorrow. See you then.
yeah, don't worry about anything. Yeah, okay. Thank you all.
Yes. All you hungry people, you can
Yeah,
leave.
I'm extremely hungry as well. So bye.
Yeah. Thank you
Bye,
so much.
Praveen.
Bye.
Okay, so Neil, shall we end the meeting?
Yes. I'll end the meeting in a minute.
Okay, sir. Good night, all.
Good night, guys.